right, let me see what else we can do. The last match for both teams.
Good morning and welcome again to another lovely day. Another lovely day. Of course, the Dream 11 Spice Isle TT tournament here in Grenada. And don't forget, of course, we're going right up until the 18th of April. Quite a lot of matches ahead of us. We've had a very keenly contested tournament so far. And just alongside me to my right, of course, is Kerry. Frank, Kerry, good morning. It's a glorious day. You can't want it much better than this. Yesterday, very much similar conditions.
Yeah, it's almost like repeat conditions down here at the National Stadium. Remembering that Thursday we had quite a few interruptions in the rain, but I think the gods, cricket gods, are smiling on us for the last 2 days with glorious conditions. The outfield look immaculate. The pitch, it should be a good one. And up above, just some few scattering of clouds. Patching the blue skies, so it's really excellent conditions for a top encounter between the Clove challengers and the Nutmeg warriors.
Clove challengers, Nutmeg warriors, in essence, is 4 versus 6.
Yes, and the warriors, they'd have played 3 matches, lost 1, 2, lost 1, while the challengers, they've had a tough going at it so far, lost all 3 matches.
Yes, so today, of course, both teams would be seeking to gain very important points to climb the way a little higher up the ladder. We saw a very interesting game yesterday, a game which one thought that the side batting first, good score, 121, I think it was, and 119, and then it was, in fact, chased down, much to the surprise and admiration of those who looked on. It looked as though it was a daunting task, but in the end, it was chased down and chased down quite efficiently.
Yes, I think yesterday's match was a good match for the neutrals, who didn't really had a team. They would have seen a really good contest. 120 chased down with 8 balls to spare, which really gave an indication of the quality of batsmanship we'd have seen in the match, in particular the final match, because it was really an outstanding contest, and we hope that the match this morning would live up to the trend set late yesterday afternoon.
Just look at Athanasius' batting yesterday. He looked a little scratchy when he started, a little jerky, and maybe after about 15 or so minutes of batting, everything just glued and synchronized. It was a fantastic knock, wasn't it?
Oh yes, outstanding knock there. Remembering that was his first knock in the tournament. He would have been out for the first two matches injured, and he would have started off a bit slow, but everything would have clicked after that.
Well, it certainly did click. And just to let you know that today we've got Nutmeg Warriors. They're coming up against Clove Challengers. Kerry's going to give us the Clove Challengers lineup, and then you're going to get the Nutmeg Warriors. Or should we go across to the toss? Yes, sorry. So after the toss, we're going to come back to the lineup. Let's go across to the toss.
Welcome to the toss for the 10th match in Season 2 of the Dream 11 Spicel T10 tournament. We have featuring today the Nutmeg Warriors. They have won 2 matches from the 3 versus Clove Challengers, who have lost all 3 of their matches to date. We have the match referee, Mr. Carl Felix, and the 2 captains, home captain Ronald Etienne and Andre Fletcher. Mr. Match referee, over to you. The call is for a tail, and it is a tail. Andre Fletcher winning toss. What will be the decision of the Nutmeg Warriors?
We would have a bowl first, try to restrict them as low as possible and chase it down.
All right, you guys would have suffered your first defeat in the previous match. I'm sure you're looking to make amends from that one.
Of course, I'm happy it happened earlier. It's a case where we can learn from our mistakes and bounce back as strong as possible. Clove being under pressure, we don't want to underestimate them. They are the team that might come and look to upset one of the teams, and I don't want to be one of them. So we'll try our best to execute as best as possible and win this game.
You know how well the wicket has played over the first 2 days that the matches were on this one. What sort of total you have in mind you'd want to restrict the Clove lineup to?
Anything under 100, I'm quite happy with it. It's a good wicket. So and I believe in my batters. So once we can do that, I'm very happy.
And any changes in your squad from the previous match?
One change, Kieran Carter is out and Isaiah is in.
All right, so Nutmeg Warriors captain Andre Fletcher, all the best for this match and the rest of the tournament.
All right, thank you very much.
I'm going to have a chat now with Ronald Etienne, the captain of Clove Challengers. Being asked to bat first on this wicket, you'd have had both bat first and you'd have batted chased already. Not with much success. I'm looking to make it right today.
Yeah, hopefully the guys are up for it and ready to go. I mean, we lost 3 games. That's behind us now. That's just history. We need to come on here today and put on a good show.
We have seen in the matches that your batting lineup can be quite explosive, but I think it would all be set from the top. Looking forward to your openers giving you a good start.
Yeah, well, any short version of the game, you expect a good start. That would only make it better for later overs to come. So hope that we get a good start and we build the momentum from there.
All right, and in terms of changes from your squad, any changes from yesterday to this one?
Yeah, we have one change, Keswick out and Cardo in.
All right, and again, you would have played on this wicket played on it in the first 2 days. What do you think might be a good total you guys would feel comfortable defending later on?
I think anything above 125 should be a good total. Back the bowlers to defend it. Yeah.
All right, well, Ronald, all the best to you and Clove Challengers for this match and the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, man, cheers, thanks.
All right, so that was the captains. Just to remind you of the toss, Nutmeg Warriors, they've won the toss and they've elected to bowl.
So the news is that the Warriors, they have won the toss and they are going to field. Let's take up the Clove Challengers lineup and then the Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, Clove Challengers today comprises Ronald Etienne, the captain Ricky Alexander, Terry Bishop, Kelton Kadu in for his first match in the tournament, Cyprian Forsyth, Junior Henry, Imran Joseph, Dennis Narahin, Darren Ned, Jaron Noel, and Casimir Thomas.
And the Nutmeg Warriors, Andre Fletcher, Keem Alexis, Will Benjamin, Dara Cyrus, Huston Jackson, Sheldon Joseph, Donald McDonald, Sean Mitchell, Alex Moses, Shondell Regis, and Isaiah Simon.
Yeah, Simon in for his first match in the tournament also.
I love to see him on the field.
Yes, as I think the changes from the squads, Keswick Williams is out for the Clove Challengers and Kelton Kadu is in. And for the Warriors, we see the omission of Kieran Kotoy and in his place Isaiah Simon. And 2 of the overseas players can't start this morning, but I'm sure that wouldn't do anything to limit the quality of cricket we're going to see outside there in the middle, as we see the fielders and the batsmen, the umpires are looking for the final orders to go. And looks like they're all set. It's going to be Hassan Jackson opening Pastor Warm for yet another match. He's had some notable problems so far in the tournament, and I'm sure he'll be looking to see if he can get it right today.
Yeah, you're right. He obviously will want to get this right. It is critical and a capital felony when you bowl no balls, particularly in a 2020 one-day tournament. 10-10. So here's the first ball as Jackson moves into bowl to Henry, who leaves that alone outside the off stump.
Yeah, I think today we see a different opening pair for the Clove challengers. Looking to see if they can get that right combination. First 3 matches, it would have been a combination of Darren Nair and either Teddy Bishop or Junior Henry, but today we see Teddy Bishop along with Junior Henry opening the batting.
Jackson again to bowl to Henry, just a one slip in. He's there on bowls. That's outside the awesome wide signal by the umpire. So Clove challengers, they're off the mark by an extra. Extended arm of the umpire, suggesting that it was way too wide. Officiating in the match today, we've got umpires John and Butler.
Yes, John Mark, a local umpire. T10 Butler coming in from the island of St. Vincent, former Windward Islands left-arm seamer, now picked up the trade of umpiring.
Delivery coming into the right-handed Henry, just trying to tug that, maybe behind square. Didn't get it as well as he wanted, but got it behind square and in the end got a single. So Henry's off the mark, and Clove challengers, they've got to 2. So what sort of pitch do you think we should have here today, Kerry?
Well, I think so far you could have seen that it looks like a bit slower than the pitch which is we'd have seen for the first 2 days matches which was played on this one, and we alternated to the one to our left for the last 2 days. So back on this one, and I think it should really be good for batting.
Jackson is in and bowls to Bishop. Bishop is driving. The ball goes in the air. The catch almost taken down to third man. That's gone for 6.
Yeah.
Well, is that Regis down
Sean
there?
Bell Regis,
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not where he wanted to hit it. He was certainly looking to hit that over cover. The ball peeled off the outside edge. And you know what? He really went big at it. Now, there was a big booming drive he went for, and he took the outside edge. Let's look at it on the replay. Wasn't quite to the pitch of it, and that's why he peeled off the outer edge and went over the third man area for 6.
Yeah, a bit of wide drawn into the shot outside there, but thick edge.
Jackson to Bishop outside the off stump. No, that's a wide. Just wondering interesting that he's not seeking to get close to the ball, is Bishop. The previous one he got 6, but he was not to the pitch, and that one was outside the off stump. You would think that he would sort of go back and across and cut it behind square, but he stayed there, stayed put, and let the arms fly at it.
Yeah, you know, even going back to yesterday afternoon, you've seen Alec Athanes. Well, I found that he'd have gotten a few deliveries wide side the off stump, and you see him making a conscious effort to get closer to the line of the delivery.
Jackson to Bishop, who to this delivery is coming forward and driving up to... the catch is taken! Brilliant! Donald McDonald coming across there from mid-on. That looked for a moment as if it were going to go over his head, and he leapt in quite spectacular fashion, pulled it down at mid-on. That's a fine catch, really fine catch. Again, Bishop not quite to the pitch of the ball, trying to drive through the line, and a stunning catch coming across to his left. Goalkeeper pulled it down, and so Clove challengers, they've lost the first wicket there. Teddy Bishop caught Donald McDonald of the bowling of Jackson. He's gone for 6, and they're now 9 for 1.
Yes, Pastor, we have seen some fine catches in the tournament, but in my estimation, I think that one is right up there with some of the best we have seen. Excellent fielding there by Donald McDonald. Like you, I thought that was going to sail over his head into the boundary for 4, literally plucked it out of the sky. Fine effort there from the fielder at mid-on.
Yeah, well, that was a great catch. It really was a great catch indeed.
Yeah.
So Darren Ned has now joined Henry. Brilliant catch. Yeah, that's the kind of cricket you want to see. But again, I thought that he was not quite to the pitch of the ball. And Kerry's 10-10 cricket, and I do understand that. It doesn't mean that it's going to be all guns blazing from ball number 1. He already got a good start in 9. Here is Jackson in and bowls to Ned. Ned is driving outside the off stump rather loosely. There is that little animated ah and oohs from the close-in cordon, and the keeper collecting behind the stumps. Still 9 for 1.
Yes, Pastor. And you can see the confidence there from the fielders from the Nutmeg Warriors, because as that delivery beat the bat into the gloves of wicketkeeper Benjamin, all the fielders on the onside, they like converge maybe just about 10 yards or so out from the batsman to let him know that was a good delivery.
Aston Jackson again. He is there and bowls to Ned. Ned is coming forward. He's wrapped on the pad. There was an appeal for leg before, not given out. And you hear all the chirpiness. I think that might well have hit a little bit higher, maybe slightly going down the leg side, but I think more height than anything else. So the over is completed, 1 over gone, and at the end of it, Clove Challengers, they've lost the valuable wicket of Bishop, gone for 6, caught at mid-on, and they're now 9 for 1.
Yes, good stand there from Jackson, though he conceded a couple of wides and was hit over third man for 6. I thought he bowled a really good over there, attacking the batsmen in the last couple of deliveries there, and pretty good stuff. You'll be happy with his performance in this over.
Well, of course, don't forget teams playing in the tournament: Bayleaf Blasters, Clove Challengers, Cinnamon Pacers, Ginger Generals, Nutmeg Warriors, Saffron Strikers. All of these vying for the coveted title, coveted trophy.
Yes, last season the Warriors, they would have tasted success in the initial tournament, and I'm sure they'll be looking to see if they can make it 2-2.
Yes, and nobody really thought that they would have brought it home, but they did. So it's going to be Darrell Cyrus who is moving in to bowl to Henry. Henry is hitting that in the air, slightly inside out. This is going to run away to the boundary. Yes, it does. 4 runs. Pitched up, and he came forward and drove it between the mid-off and extra cover field. It was airborne for a while. Once it touched down on the ground, it sped its way to the boundary. 4 runs. So he's now gone on to 5, and the total has gone to 13 for 1.
Yeah, good start there from Henry.
Cyrus again in now to bowl to Henry. Henry is looking to hit that over long on. There's a close. Well, let me tell you, he was running down the track, really running down the track there, Harold Ned. Henry was not responding, which is not good at all. The issue is that the ball has gone behind him. So the on-striker has the call, and if the on-striker is saying, hey, there is a single there, you need to respond. He didn't respond at all. He's probably now saying, look, I was probably slightly injured in the process, and it was a very narrow escape because third man came in very quickly and hurled the return to the non-striker's end. A bit of a mix-up there. Here once more Cyrus in and bowls, and he's tucking that out down to mid-on. Long on comes off the boundary. That's Regis. And they go through for a single. Didn't cue it all that well. He certainly was looking to hit that much straighter. Got it more to the inner portion of the bat and the bottom end of the bat and went down to long on. So he's now gone on to 6 is Henry. Darren comes in to strike. He's yet to score. And the Clove Challengers 14 for 1. We're over number 2. Here is Cyrus in now and bowls. And he's coming forward and driving the ball through extra cover. That's a fine shot for 4. Now nobody moved just to go to retrieve it at extra cover there. The fielder that was pitched up, and he came forward and drove it neatly, and the ball raced along the turf down to the boundary for 4, and Ned has gone to 4. He's off the mark, and Clove Challengers, they're 18 for 1. Yeah, lovely drive.
Yeah, I think that one he just waited on the ball to come onto him and really placed it well, not trying to overhit it and looking for placement and timing.
Cyrus once more to Ned. And Ned is off the back foot. Well bowled there. Maybe a little bit quicker through the air with the arm. And was able just to push it in front of him on the offside. And the bowler ran in very quickly on his follow through, picked up. He's an animated bowler. Very confident bowler is Cyrus. Tosses the ball from hand to hand, or flicking it rather from hand to hand. Moves in now and bowls. And Ned is hitting that in the air. Somebody's going to take the catch. And he's out. Bowler takes the catch. So... Well. He stands there rather dumbfounded there, Ned. And so Cyrus has struck. He's gotten a prize wicket, that of Darren Ned, who's gone for 4, and Challengers there are really in a challenge here. They're 18 for 2. Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, that one was hit firmly back to the bowler. He had a couple of grabs at it, but he was able to cradle it, and you could have seen Pastor Worm, Cyrus running into the offside with that ball in the palm of his hands like he just caught onto a precious gem that didn't want to lose at all. But good stand there for the Nutmeg Warriors. A wicket apiece in the opening overs, and now brings the captain Ronald Etienne, who has the highest score in the tournament, individual score in the tournament to date. He would have gotten 66 in yesterday's match against the Cinnamon Pacers, and he'll be called upon to do sort of similar performance today.
Yeah, it was a lovely knock, really lovely knock. He hit the ball hard and sweetly, timed the ball well. Well, if ever there needs to be an occasion for him to come and repeat what he did yesterday, it's got to be now. Henry takes strike. As here is going to be Hassan Jackson moving in, just a slip in, third man, cover square, conventional cover, extra cover. He's in now and bowls outside the ostrom. That's going to be called a wide after the ball touched down. It was still going further away after pitching, of course. Umpire Dighton Butler suggesting that was a wide ball. One more to the total, which has now gone on to 19. And the extras have now gone on to 3. We've got 3 wides so far.
Yes, all of them being conceded by Hassan Jackson.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He moves in once more, leans forward, straightens up his approach. He's there now and bowls, and Henry tucks that. Fine shot. That's a lovely shot. 4 runs. 1 bounce over the long on area. Well, he came forward, got to the pitch of it. There was a bit of bottom-handedness into the shot, but that's all right. Fielder is in the circle there at mid-on, so it was not a danger-studied shot at all, and it went down to the boundary for 4. He's now pushed on neatly to the double figures. He's gone now to 10. It's 23 for 2.
Yeah, picked up the length of that one early. Opened up his stands over mid-on for 4. Junior Henry from the island of St. Lucia. And if there are, I know there are a number of St. Lucians looking at the broadcast this morning. We want to say good morning to you. I hope that you're having a fantastic Saturday morning, and we're hoping that the son of your soil is able to put on a good performance here today.
Jackson to Henry. Henry, ooh, such a short rising one. That was vicious. You know what? He really bent his back into that one. It was a classical fast bowler's response when after being hit over long on, came back, dropped his shorter, and he had him sand dancing there. It was a lovely delivery, and it came back into him. Looked all awkward and tied up like a cow on ice, but in the end got out of the way. Lovely delivery that. Yeah. 23 for 2. There he is once more. Is Jackson in now and bowls, and Henry is hitting that over the long. Oh, he's gone. Taken there at long at the mid-on.
McDonald again.
Donald McDonald. This time he didn't have to make the kind of height that he did in the first catch that he took. Just had to leap a little bit, and it never looked as though it was going to sneak out of his hand at all. So there goes Henry, cut there by Donald McDonald. He's got my favorite name, really cricket name. I love it so much. 23 for 3, Clove challengers, and they're in serious trouble here.
Yeah, you could have seen the bat turning in his hand there on the point of impact and dragging the ball towards the Donald McDonald, and that one was straight down his throat. They're elated there, the Nutmeg Warriors, picking up the 3rd wicket. Now the top 3 batsmen in the order have been dismissed. Similar to yesterday, they were 15 for 3 yesterday. Today they're 23 for 3, and the pair of Ricky Alexander and Ronald Etienne, they asked once again to put on a restorative partnership.
Well, if we're ever gonna be going, if there is anything called the laws of sequence, then they're due to do something sequentially as they did yesterday, but I don't think there is anything called the laws of sequence at all. Really.
We wait to see there. Ricky Alexander passed on, very stylish, batsman from the sister island of Carriacou, and yesterday he had an opportunity for the first time in the tournament to show the quality that he possessed, and I think you'd have opened up a lot of eyes here, both on the mainland and those who are watching via the broadcast.
Yeah, and he did it with great composure. Can he be as composed as he was yesterday? That's another question that he himself will answer. But he has taken, I would think, a leg stump and a middle stump guard, like so many of our cricketers do these days. They don't take just one guard at all. They take 2, sometimes according to whether it's a fast bowler or a spinner, as the case may be. So here is Ricky Alexander, yet to score, but facing up to Jackson. Here's Jackson leaning forward, straightens up his approach. He's there now and bowls to Alexander, who's jumping into defense. and stabs the ball out on the offside. They'll go to a quick single. Oh, and that was close. It really was close. He was meandering coming down the track. I don't think that he anticipated that the throw would have been coming at his end. Maybe he thought it would go to the keeper's end, but it came at his end, and it would have been very interesting to see if that had hit, whether he may have been stranded. I think it would have been a very close thing.
I think he would have been shot off his ground. Excellent work there from Daryl Cyrus in backward point. And Pastor Worm, he's one that places a great deal of emphasis on his fielding and is one of the finer fielders we have in that position in the country.
Well, T10 comes into strike. He's yet to score. And let's see. It's Jackson. Sneaks past the umpire now and bowls to T10. T10 is off the back foot. Just waited on the ball and steered it neatly out to cover square, and there is no run. He just waited on that delivery that came, might have been the slow ball too, and so just in case you've missed it, well, the Warriors won the toss and sent the Clove challengers into bat, and they're in a bit of a challenge there now. They're 24 for 3. Jackson is in and bowls. Oh, he doesn't bowl at all. Doesn't bowl. Probably not very happy with his approach to the wicket, and the coaches will tell you if you're not very happy about your approach, then you need to abort it and go right back. So he certainly did that in Jackson, who moves in again to bowl to T10, who to this delivery is cutting well, but knocked down there at backward point. They've got to hurry as the return comes in from Isaiah there at backward point. They get a single though. So he is off the mark finally, T10, and the over has come to an end. 3 overs gone. It's 25 for 3.
Yes, another successful over there from Jackson. He got picked up 2 for 15 in his first 2 overs, and I don't think you'd have asked for a better performance from himself in this one, knowing I think the first over he'd have bowled in the previous match against Ginger Generals would have went for 30. So very good comeback in this match from Hassan Jackson.
Absolutely wonderful comeback indeed. So not the best of start by challengers, the best of start by Nutmeg Warriors. There's no question about that. But it's a good opportunity for a bit of restoration and redemption here by these two, Alexander and T10, who did great service for their team yesterday. So 3 overs gone, 25 for 3. Change of bowling from the southern or River Road end.
That looks to be Alex Moses, one of the players from Karakou who are in the tournament. I believe we have 6 of them in the tournament, and it's really good to have those guys from the sister islands coming down to mainland.
He moves in to bowl to T10. T10 is wrapped on the pad. There's an appeal for leg before. The return is going to be kicked to the striker's end. I thought the response was very quick there on the part of Alexander. Saw the opportunity. The fielder at backward point was just verging on the edge of the circle and felt that there was an opportunity here. Was that Daryl Cyrus?
Yes.
Came in very quickly.
Point, yes.
I think he did well because Kerry didn't have time to bend down and throw, so he used his feet. And I don't know if you know very much about his footballing skill. How is he?
No, he's quite a good footballer also. He plays quite a great deal of football. I'm not sure if he does as much this year he'd have done in previous years, but he's one of those who have been representing his local clubs in the national tournaments. So he's a quite an accomplished footballer himself.
Alexander faces up to Moses. He comes forward, pushes the ball out to middle. He's gone! He's run out! He is run out. Brilliant piece of work there by Isaiah. He came in there from a sort of straightish mid wicket. The return came so quick and so swift. I think even the bowler himself was surprised to see that he was coming. It was a spectacular display of fielding there at mid wicket. And so, tell you what, Ronald Aitken has been tragically run out. He's gone for 1.
No, that's Alexander is the batsman to be dismissed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. I really beg your pardon. That's right. Look, there is Etienne there leaning on his back rather disconsolately. So he has been run out. What a great piece of work there. Absolutely wonderful work there by Simon. Came forward quickly, picked the ball up, and in one wonderful moment, just hurled the return there at the non-striker's end. I think the bowler saw that he couldn't even put his hand down. It was so fast. Everything was done so quickly. And so now the Clove challengers, they're precariously perched at 26 for 4. And he's not out. In fact, he's not off the field as yet. There goes Ricky Alexander.
Yeah,
Poor
cannot.
thing, poor thing.
I think, knowing the quality of Isaiah Simon there, and Alexander would know Isaiah Simon because he's also from Karakou, and to be taking on the Isaiah really called for trouble.
Well, here is Moses in, and both Etienne. Etienne is looking to hike that over midweek, over the fine leg area. Succeeds in doing so. 4 runs. Well, it was in fact slanting down the leg side, and he went onto the back foot, and the left pad was airborne, really, and he, a la Gordon Greenwich. Let's look at that. Oh, he would be happy with that. Gordon Greenwich would be very happy and pleased with that too. So he got 4 there, and he's got to 5. It's now 30 for 4.
Yes, and the new batter on the non-striker and Imran Joseph.
As Moses is in now, and both Etienne is looking to turn that out on the onside. I suspect that cannoned into the pad. Let's see what the umpire would suggest. John Mark says, hey, that did hit the pad and ran out on the onside. The keeper ran very quickly to his left but couldn't prevent the single. So leg by, and the extras have now gone on to 6, and the total has moved on to 31 for 4. Brings the new batsman in Imran Joseph into strike.
Yes, Joseph coming in inside the power play. Still 2 deliveries left in the power play.
Over number 4, Moses bowls, and he turns that up on the onside to mid-wicket. Will get a comfortable single. So he is immediately off the mark. He's gone to 1, and the total has moved on by 1 to 32 for 4. Brings Etienne into strike. What should be the approach here, Kerry? This is the last delivery coming up, and maybe you can talk about this as we get into out of the power play.
Yes,
We'll come back to that. Here is Moses in now and bowls, and to this delivery. Ooh, that one did just snort at him, just jumped at Etienne. Etienne had to pull the bottom hand away rather quickly. I thought he handled it well in the end, didn't panic, but quickly pulled the bottom hand away. The over comes to an end. Power play has also come to an end. 8 runs per over flat after 4 overs. 32 for the loss of 4. And now the field is going to relax a little bit, I think.
Yes, the captain Fletcher now has the luxury of adding a couple more, 3 more fielders outside of the circle, and he's going to continue now from the northern end with Sheldon Joseph, the pair of Etienne and Imran Joseph. So it's actually, we have another brother pair battle out there in the middle now. Sheldon Joseph and is the younger brother of Imran Joseph, and I know he would love to get see his back walking back towards the dressing room so he can have a little bragging rights later on. We also have Donald McDonald and Daniel McDonald in the tournament.
So Sheldon Joseph bows to Imran, his brother. He nibbled at that outside the arse. Just as a mouse will nibble at the cheese, just teasing him there. Might have just taken the edge and dropped just in front of the keeper. Just looking at the body language of the players, might have gotten just a little edge onto that one, and didn't quite carry to the keeper.
So, Pastor, the question to you: in your many years of cricket, did you have the opportunity to play against any of your siblings?
Yeah, well, I did against my brother Samuel. What duo that used to be. Here he is once more in and bowls outside the off stump. Oh, that's a wide. That's a big wide. Joseph had a big flash at that one, although he was nowhere close to it at all. 1 more to extras, and the total has gone to 33 for 4. We started off as little boys in our backyard, and we used to play those conventional test match cricket. He was always West Indies, and I had to settle for Australia. Here he is again once more in and balls outside the Arsenal. Big booming driver, that one nowhere close to the ball that Imran Joseph and Sheldon Joseph might be saying, hey brother, you've got to do much better than that. But just going back to that, we played in the backyard, and from morning until afternoon. And there was a particular match, I remember. We were just about, maybe 12 or 13 thereabouts, and my brother scored 124. 124. I'm going to give you my response. Here once more, Sheldon Joseph in now, and both his brother Imran Joseph outside the off stump, wide again signal by the umpire. So I had to be the keeper, the fielder, because it was only both of us. It was a torrid time. And he got 124. And, I went into bat and I decided I was going to bat for the rest of the day. But he cleaned me up for one ball. Here is Sheldon Joseph in balls, slower delivery, beating all ends up outside the off stump. The oohs and ahs just didn't seem to know what to do with that one, Imran, and the ball scuttled through behind the stumps. Well, having known a little bit about cricket Kerry, I felt the best thing to do was to suggest to him that I do the follow on. And he said, none of it. I'm going to go back and bat again.
Yeah, it's at the discretion of the fielding team to decide if they want to enforce the follow on past the arm. So hard luck there.
Here is Sheldon Joseph Bose to his brother Imran, who turns it out to mid-on, will get a comfortable single. And so that, he now goes on to 2, brings Ronald Aiken, who's on 5, into strike. 35 for 4. Kerry Frank has rudely slipped out. And with great etiquette, John Eugene has come into my right. Here once more is Sheldon Joseph down the leg side, heaves that over deep backwards. So that's a huge hit. That's a ginormous hit. 6 runs, slanting down the leg side, got inside the line, and Aiken heaved that over the long or over the deep backward square area. 6 runs. He's now gone on to 11. Total has gone to 41. John, good morning to you. I hope you had a lovely night last night, did you?
Yeah, good morning, Stevenson. A wonderful evening. And I'm greeted by that wonderful shot by Etienne.
Oh, yes.
A too familiar situation there for the Clove.
Very much. You've got Etienne's in St. Lucia, don't you?
Yes, we do, yes.
Yeah. Here once more is Joseph. He's in now, and both Etienne is feeling for that outside the off stump. Not a good take at all by the keeper. That's going to go very close to the boundary. They're going to come back for the second. The return comes in. They've got to hurry. And Etienne sprinting down the track got there. So the umpire signaled those are byes. So 2 byes there. And the extras are continuing to climb. They've gone now to 10. And the total is pushed on to 43 for 4. Over comes to an end. 5 overs gone, so we've got to the halfway mark, and 43 for 4. Obviously, the Clove of the Warriors, they're in the ascendancy here.
Yes, I think the body language of the Clove challengers, not saying much this morning. And another familiar situation, 3 wickets down with in the power play, and it's obviously going to create problems for the lower order. Again, the captain Etienne is playing another captain's innings.
Yeah, he's got to play a big innings here if he's going to get this maybe close up to the 100 mark and beyond. If he can only play a similar innings to the 66 that he got yesterday, then this is going to bring great interest to this game. What about the Volcanoes? The couple of matches in the season had to take the break to entertain, of course, the English in the Caribbean, and then they're going to be back next month. How have things been going for the Volcanoes?
Yeah, this a little disappointed in the first 2 games. Not the results that we really wanted, but we have regrouped, and everybody is here taking part in the Dream 11, and we have training in between.
So Fletcher is going to brings himself in. He's going to bowl to Joseph. Joseph is getting a nicely flighted delivery, and he can only push it back to Fletcher, who had a dream series last year in regards to the ball. I think he picked up about 7 wickets in the tournament. Here he is once more. Fletcher in and bowls to Joseph. Joseph is looking to heave that down to deep mid-wicket. Succeeds in doing that. They will come back for the second. Bit of a mix-up down there on by Simon there down at the deep mid-wicket boundary. They had sufficient time to cross for 2. So 2 more to Joseph, who's now pushed on to 4, and the total has gone to 45 for 4. Fletcher once more, urged on by his keeper, moves in from the far end, in and bowls, and he is looking Joseph to hit that somewhere, maybe flat batted over the bowler's head, doesn't cue it all that well. I think he's trying to hit the ball too hard and losing his shape in the process. He's called on by his captain, and maybe just trying to tell him, hey, play the ball in his mirror, try to be as straight as possible, no need to try to go across the line. Keep your eyes on the ball and get to the pitch. Those are 2 fundamentals, am I right?
Yes, very true, Citizen. Yeah. Just speaking about Fletcher, he always believed that he's a top bowler.
I'm surprised that he hasn't bowled more though. Here is Fletcher in and bowls, and he is looking to hit that and is completely bowled, beaten and bowled. Well, he was just advised, he was just interested. This is rather ironic because he was just advised by his captain maybe to play as straight as possible. Obviously he ignored what his captain said. Look at the big high. Ooh, and the one slid in. And might have been the googly, wasn't it? Or just maybe slided on. So Fletcher has picked up his first wicket, brought himself on, and has brought success immediately. Imran Joseph goes bowled comprehensively there by Fletcher, 45 for 5, and he has a right to chide himself.
Yes, definitely. The batsman Joseph not getting close to that delivery at all, and was just sliding into the middle stump. And the Clove challengers find themselves in deeper trouble at 45 for 5 after only 5 overs. So definitely Captain Etienne would want somebody to stick around with him.
Yeah, it's important that somebody sticks around with him. Can he get the lower order to stay there with him? And not that they'll have to do a whole lot. A lot would depend on HN, the captain, and the others will have to bat around him. Here is Fletcher in and bowls and coming very forward, quickly forward. Oh, is he going to be run out? Yes, run out by Miles. So there goes Forsyth. Oh my golly, that was just pushed out to short extra cover. Saw the opportunity as fast he can examine, felt that there was a single there, and he skidded, slipped, fell over, didn't have chance to go back. The throw came into the keeper, he was stranded, and another batsman has gone the run-out route. Cyprian Forsyth, their run-out there by Sheldon Joseph without scoring. It's now 45 for 6.
Yeah, it's evident that Etienne was going nowhere. He stood his ground at the non-striker's end, and a simple run out. And again, Stevenson, the emphasis on fielding. We have seen the Nutmeg Warriors this morning took some really good catches, and this is the second run out of the innings.
The first one, of course, was much so spectacular, but it was a very, very good piece of fielding. A good fielding performance so far by the entire team. They've done pretty well. So the new batsman is Casimir Thomas, who's come in to join his captain, who stands there at the non-striker's end. He's flabbergasted, annoyed, upset, all of those attached to his emotions. Fletcher, who's had a very eventful first over, flicks the ball from hand to hand and moves in now to bowl to Thomas. There he is, and bowls, and Thomas is wrapped in the pad, going down the leg side. They saw the opportunity to go for the run. The gully fielder extended there to the just on the circle, came in, and also one more to the total, one more to the extras, which is now gone on to 12, and the total is pushed on to 47 for 6. It's a dismal sight by the Clove challengers. Fletcher is in, outside the off stump, cuts well, fine shot. That's going to go all the way for 4. That was a wonderful shot. It was short, it was outside the off stump, and HN went onto the back foot, and he hit that very well. He's gone to 15, 4 runs to climax the over, and at the end of the over, the 50 has now been posted. At least it is a milestone. It's 51 for 6, Clove challengers.
Yeah, lovely shot by Captain Etienne, showing the rest of the batsmen how it's done, and he's the lone ranger out there for the Clove challengers. After his magnificent innings yesterday, he's carrying on today again.
Yeah, lovely panoramic view, of course, of the National Stadium. I've been up there a couple of times, Eugene, John. If you get some time, I think you can walk up there if you want to have a physical exercise challenge. It's quite a distance to go up, but it's a lovely panoramic view. If you can go up, that'll be lovely.
I'll take your word for it. How challenging it is.
It is challenging, but it is lovely. It works the challenge. So here is going to be once more Sheldon Joseph. He's going to be moving in to bowl to Thomas. Left-handed Thomas. Taps away at the crease, looks up and sees that Joseph is approaching. He's there now. Off the back foot, he's looking to cart that ball, maybe square of the wicket on the offside. Doesn't make contact, and it's collected behind the stumps. Yeah, it's a lovely view, really. This stadium is almost surrounded by hills, except for the western part, of course, the Caribbean Sea, just to our right. but it's a lovely picturesque ground as he is in once more. Joseph in and bowls, and he is coming forward and driving the ball out to long off. Will be taken, the catch taken quite simply and easily. Everything was done so nonchalantly. Fletcher came in there from long on and took a simple catch. And so another wicket has fallen. So Casimir Thomas goes caught there at long on by Fletcher of the bowling of Joseph. He is gone without scoring. It's now 51 for 7.
Yes, a reckless shot there by the batsman. Who's the batsman?
Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah, Thomas. Really should be just looking to get the strike over to Etienne, who's batting beautifully, and another disappointing batting performance by the Clove challengers, and Stevenson they're in danger of getting bowled out.
That's the thing. So Dennis Naran has now come in to join his captain. No, really, I think we've not seen sensible cricket here at all. I think everybody would agree, not sensible. Here you've got the skipper who might well be left stranded. He is 15. Everybody should be thinking now about batting around him. That's important. We're in over number 7. Bowled by Sheldon Joseph. In now and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is looking to dab that ball down to third man. The batsman, the bowler, Joseph, saw him coming. He was walking outside the off stump, almost strolling outside the off stump. And I think he did the right thing. Don't change the line and try to sink it down the leg side, but just bowl it just outside that little corridor outside the off stump, and wasn't able to score. So here once more is Joseph in and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is driving, hitting that in the air. That's going, that's still going, that's gone. That's a humongous hit. That's a big hit. That's probably gone 100 yards. What a wonderful shot that. Just confirmed there by the umpire. Cleared the boundary, I would think, by about 20 yards.
Yes,
lovely.
Yeah, certainly a massive hit there by Etienne, and to me, Stevenson. Etienne is certainly one of the batsmen of the tournament so far.
Yes, it's really looked good. Here is Joseph in once more to bowl to Etienne. Etienne is dabbing at the ball outside the off stump. It kept a little bit low. Wasn't able to get bat onto ball. Keeper collecting the ball, didn't quite carry. Oh, I said 100 yards, but maybe not quite 100. Let's put it into the 90s, but it certainly wasn't less than 90. It was a big hit. Certainly was big. Thought we would challenge up here for a moment.
That's right.
57 for 7. Here is Joseph in. He lost his approach. He just lost his run up. And we decide to go right back. There was a third man, backward point. Sweeper right back on the boundary. There's a extra cover. Long off Fletcher right there down on the boundary. Long on. Deep mid wicket. Backward square as he's in again. Joseph bowls way outside the off stump. Big switch. That's going to be a wide signal by the umpire. So that's not very good bowling at all there by Joseph. And I know the idea is to try to put it as wide as possible so that Etienne will be lured into coming after it. Yeah. But he was just too wide. Here once more is Joseph. He's running in, just shortened his approach this time. He's there and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is getting a wayward delivery. It's going to be a no ball. And the reason for that no ball is not that he overstepped, but it was way off the pitch. So because it's way off the pitch, in fact, it went on the adjacent pitch. So it's going to be called a no ball. Quite right, umpire Dayton Buckler. You've picked that up very well. And it's going to be a free hit.
Yeah,
free hit.
Very wide delivery there by Joseph.
So Joseph comes in now and bowls to Etienne. Etienne gets a slower delivery that he hits 2 extra cover. This is going to go close to the boundary. It won't go all the way. They're going to come back for the second run. They do so. They amble it and they get 2. So 2 more to Etienne, who is now moved on to 23. And the overs come to an end. So 7 overs gone. 61 for 7. 23 to Etienne. And Naran is yet to score.
Yes, Etienne continued to bat well for the Clove challengers, with very little support from the other teammates. 61 for 7. Do we fancy a 100?
No, I doubt it. If we're going by what we're seeing there, it doesn't look like 100 at all. But we'll have to wait and see. There might just be a rear guard action from of course, Etienne, who's been batting so very well. Again, we talk about the lovely nature of this Queen's Park area. We just saw a lovely shot of the Darbo Hills. You know the story about the Darbo?
Yeah, I've heard it.
You've
I've
heard
heard
of
it.
it,
Yeah,
haven't you?
I've heard it.
So, well, change of bowling from the far end, as it's going to be Cyrus moving in to bowl. Is wrapped on the pad. There is a beautiful leg before, not given up by the umpire. Maybe got a bit of an inside edge onto that one. So Naran coming forward, beaten, and leg by signal by the umpire. 18 now comes into strike. Total has gone by one. Extras have gone now to 15. Is 62 for one. Brings 18, who is 23, into strike. As Cyrus from the far end moves in to bowl to Ronald Etienne, and Etienne is looking to pull that ball down to backward square, doesn't make contact. I think the keeper got contact, or they must have hit him somewhere in the shoulder area, but no harm done. They go through for, was it a single they went for? Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so the total is now pushed on to 64 for one. Brings now Naran into strike. Here he is and bowls, and he's coming forward, driving the ball down to long off, over long on's head rather. That's gone for six. That's a lovely shot. And he got to the pitch of that one quite easily, Naran, and lifted that sweetly over the deep mid wicket area. And Regis down there could only look as the ball sailed over his head. And that's gone for six. So he's off the mark. He's gone to six. Is Dennis Naran, and he is once more Cyrus in bowls, looking to swing that. Looks a little bit ugly, and is bowled, comprehensively beaten and bowled. Well, he was looking to hit that, trying to repeat the shot, but this one was rather ugly. He was going across the line of flight, and I think the middle stump is knocked back, and all the bails are spattered all over the place in a rather dramatic manner. So he's just gone, bowled by Cyrus for six, and they've plunged into the morass of trouble. They're 70 for 8 Clove challengers, and they're in danger of being bowled out.
Yes, after a magnificent lofted on drive by Narain, swinging right across this one and being bowled. And you know the kind of bowler that Cyrus is. Cyrus definitely is going to bowl a flatter line, and
Yes.
yeah. So and this is what happened, and Narain losing his wicket.
Yeah, but you know, I do. I love. One of the things I like about Cyrus is his bravery. Now, if you're a conventional leg spinner, not very often you get to open the ball because open the bowling, because one, the ball is smooth, and it is easier for an off spinner to have greater control than the wrist spinner. And I thought his control has been pretty good so far.
Yes, he's one of the players who's has grown over the years in confidence, and he's part of the Volcano setup, and he's working furiously at his game, and he's confident enough to open the ball, and even if the new ball.
Yes, John Noel is the new batsman, as Cyrus bowls to Noel, who comes in and he plays a lovely shot, I dare say. It just turns it very nicely down to Simon there, who's coming off the deep mid-wicket boundary, gets his first run there. Noel, he's got to one. The total has moved on to 71 for 8, brings the skipper, HN, who's 23 now into strike. So his 23 has come off only 14 deliveries, but he seemed to have been there for such a long time. Here is Cyrus coming in now, a little skip and a hop ball, so HN, who turns it neatly in front of square on the outside, and there is Cyrus, as alert as a monkey, quickly sprints across to his right, covers about 15 yards, picks the ball up, but meanwhile the batsman had time to cross for a single. Total has moved to 72 for 8, brings back Noel into strike. Cyrus again from the far end, just spins the ball from hand to hand, a little hop, and he approaches now and bowls, and there he is, coming forward rather quickly, rather easily. There is Noel. Looks more like a number 3 batsman there. To the pitch of the ball, pushes it back along the track. Thought about a single, but sent back very quickly by his captain. 8 overs gone, 72 for 8. That's the score. 18 will be taking strike, and these last remaining 12 deliveries got to be significant.
Yes, the Clove challengers innings has never gotten off. They have struggled all up to the eighth over, and Etienne just really trying last 2 overs, see how many runs he could get. And I tell you, if Etienne gets out, they'll be in a lot of trouble.
You're sure right. 8 wickets have already fallen. So is it that Fletcher is going to be bowling from this end?
Yes, it looks like Fletcher is going to bowl from the. Is it the Dabo end?
Yeah, the Darbo end.
I got this one right.
You did, John. You did. But you've played here quite a few times,
Yes.
haven't you?
Yes, yes.
What's been your feeling playing at the National Stadium? Of course, there's been a great transformation over the years. We're going to come back to that. You probably will tell us a little bit. Here is Fletcher in and balls outside the yard stump, hit down to the deep cover position. No, rather the deep third man position. And they got a single. So one more to HN. He's gone to 25. It's 73 for 8. Fletcher will now bowl to Noel. Of course, he'll prefer to bowl to Noel. The single taken. Here's Andre Fletcher in now and bowl to Noel. Noel is off the back foot and looking to cut. And the keeper not collecting well behind the stumps. So Fletcher is going to send his backward point a little straighter. There's a short third man, backward point, extra cover, sweeper, long off, long on. Here's Fletcher in and bowls outside the off stump, left alone, wide signal by the umpire. That was going further away after pitching. Pitch, of course, outside that guided line. Blue, I think it is there now. And it's 74 for 8. Fletcher again moves in to bowl to who turns it out on
That's
the
out.
offside. There's an appeal for leg before run. Oh, in fact, he's been given up. Given out. And they scampered for the single. There was interesting that there was Etienne scampering down the track because he really wanted to get the strike. But the fatal index finger of umpire Dayton Butler was up pointing heavenward saying, hey, you're out. So that's the end of Noel. Leg before to Fletcher. He's gone for 1. And the Clove challengers then 74 for 9. And you know what? Well, Etienne, who wanted to steal the single, he's got to go to the non-striker's end.
Yes, I think this is probably one of the easiest LBW decisions umpire Nathan Butler has ever had to make. With straight, very straight, and the batsman just completely missing the straight delivery, and Fletcher picking up another wicket.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about the stories at
Yeah,
Queen's Park.
yeah. I remember the pavilion used to be on the other
Yeah,
side,
that's right.
and there was the stands alongside the police pavilion. So you had to meet the crowd before you actually
That's correct.
walked onto the playing field.
Oh, the great old days. The
Yeah.
great old days at the Queen's Park. So Fletcher is going to move in to bowl to the new batsman, is Kelton Kadu, who is turning that just down to fine leg, and they will get a single. Easy single that. As Cyrus had to come around very quickly, though. Couldn't prevent them. So 1 to Kadu, who's now gone. Well, he's just off the mark, and the total has moved on to 75 for 9. Here is Fletcher. He's going to be moving in now to bowl to Etienne, who's 25. He's there now, and bowls to Etienne. Etienne is off the back foot. Hits that hard down to the deep extra cover. They've gone for 1. They're coming back for the second. The return comes in very quickly. And it was not the best of return. It was sharp and flat, but away from Fletcher, who's now favouring his arm. It stung him. It definitely did sting him. He's still favouring it, really. And essayed to run out the non-striker there in Kadu, but he managed to get there. They got 2 in the process. Here's the last delivery. He would want a single for this. It's going to be important for him to take the single so that he can have the strike. Here's Fletcher in now to bowl to Etienne. Etienne is off the back foot and hits it down to the long off position and would get a comfortable single. They meander the single. That completes the over. So 9 overs gone, and at the end of 9, it's 78 for 9. 78 for 9. And the crucial final over is coming up.
Yes, a very good over in the context of the game by Andre Fletcher, and 78 for 9 now. But the important thing is Etienne is on strike
Yes.
to the last over. So still fancy 100? I'm still.
Oh gosh, no. I doubt it. It's got to be.
We need a match.
I know.
We need to. We need a chase. We need a good chase.
Yeah, again, I guess maybe Clove challengers would say the run's already on the board, and they will try to defend it rather stoutly. So, Alex Moses is hailed back into the attack, and he's going to be bowling to Ronald Etienne, who is on 28. So here is Moses. Coming in now to bowl to Etienne. Etienne is lifting that in the air. Somebody is going to go under it. Will the catch be taken? It's taken, hasn't it? Is it?
Yes.
Yes, it's taken.
Fletcher.
There, Fletcher has taken the catch. It was a swirling, airborne effort there by Etienne. It went very high in the air. Three fielders, in fact, were trying to converge on it. In the end, the closer of the three, who was Andre Fletcher, took a good diving catch in the end. It really was a good catch. And tumbling over. So there goes Etienne. It was a really heroic effort on his part, but he could do no more than walk over disconsolately, walk away. 9.1 overs. He really would have loved to have another 5 deliveries to face. And I saw the intent there. The intent was to go straight over long off maybe, but wasn't able to do that. So the Clove challengers, they're dismissed for 78. 78 all out. 5 deliveries were remaining, and those 5 deliveries may well have been ill-afforded. Tell you what we're going to do, just try to give you a little bit of the rundown of the scorecard, and let's see. So don't forget that the Warriors, Nutmeg Warriors, the won the toss and decided to field, sent Clove challengers in, and they could muster up only 78. 78 all out. Henry was caught. Donald McDonald of the bowl of Jackson went for 10. Teddy Bishop was caught McDonald. Well, that catch was easier than the first one of the bowling of Jackson for 6. Darren Ned, Cotton Bowl, Cyrus for 4. Ronald Etienne, he really tried his best, but it was in the end spectacularly caught there by Fletcher of the bowling of Alex Moses for 28. Ricky Alexander was run out by Sam. What a great piece of fielding that was without scoring. Imran Joseph was bowled by Fletcher for 4. Cyprian Forsyth was tragically run out by Joseph. He went without scoring. Casimir Thomas was caught Fletcher bowled Joseph without scoring. Dennis Narayan was bowled by Cyrus for 6. Jerron Noel leg before to Fletcher for 1. And of course Kelton Kadu not out 1. So a total of 78 all out in 9.1 overs, and extras were healthy 18. Okay, Kerry is going to be, we have a change of innings, so we're going to hang on there. I think we can go to the bowling scorecard of Nutmeg Warriors. So Jackson, 2 overs, no maidens, picked up 2 for 15. Cyrus, 2 overs, no maidens, 2 for 19. Alex Moses, 1.1 overs, and picked up 1 for 5. Sheldon Joseph, 2 overs, no maidens, 1 for 19. And Andre Fletcher bowled 2 overs, no maidens, picked up 2 for 14. Let's go across to Kerry Frank.
Live from the stadium that delivered that memorable and emphatic win to the West Indies, Grenada, comes the Dream 11 Spice Style T10 2.0 cricket combination. 30 matches, 14 days of exciting T10 cricket action. 6 teams, only one will be champions. See the likes of the Spiceman, Andre Fletcher, Devon Smith, international players Kesrick Williams, Alec Atenes, and more. Support your team. Love the game. Dream 11 Spice Style T10 2.0 cricket competition. April 5th to the 18th. Grenada National Stadium. Pure Spice of the Caribbean.
The biggest and safest summer festival in the region. August 8th and 9th. Let's go to Grenada for Spice Mass. Call your booking agents and get your tickets today.
Energy. The world runs on it every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Seoul.
Hi.
Hi.
And when we put the best of the Caribbean together with the energy we harness, everything runs so much smoother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting people.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Saul, wherever your journey begins.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Have you ever seen a jab cooking oil down and Tanya log in the same pot? Neither have we until now. But we guarantee there is a whole lot more amazing things to see on your next trip to Grenada. And if you encourage someone to book an adventure to our island paradise, then you can be one of the winners of special prizes compliments the 473 Connect program by the Grenada Tourism Authority. Sign up at experts.puregrenada.com/473connect.
Welcome back to
National Stadium, the match number 10, Dream 11 Spice L T10 tournament. Nutmeg Warriors versus Clove Challengers. Clove Challengers have just been in the 10 over 78, and Nutmeg Warriors, smallish total, John, as they would endeavor to get to 79 for victory.
Yeah, the Clove Challengers innings never got going, and there was never a partnership, and wickets just keep tumbling, and very little planning went into that innings. In the other hand, Fletcher and the Nutmeg Warriors will be quite happy to chase down a 78.
Yes, they will be looking for to add 2 more points to their tally, having lost against Saffron Strikers. I think again this is one of the better teams. They would be happy now to take another 2 points in this particular game. But just looking back at it briefly, and we look at some of the dismissals. I think some of the runouts it was really atrocious in terms of what we would have seen. A lot of shot selection was poor, and the running between the wicket was also poor.
Yeah, it's evident that the Clove batting unit didn't really have a plan in how to execute, and of course it's just like you rightly said, poor shot selection and needless runouts, and not enough partnership. And in the midst of all this, Etienne really tried some heroics there today, and it really has been batting well.
Well, Etienne it is going to pick it up from this northern, and first delivery to Fletcher outside the off stump, wide signal by the umpire. And this is not the sort of start you want. You want to make sure that you are as tight as possible, not to give extra run. And Fletcher pushes his one down to long on. Bishop, number 14, and he just chose it back to the bowler. Just speaking about Teddy Bishop again today, really wasn't able to get off. He's one of the players we are looking to see. Certainly he has not got off yet.
Player with immense talent, and of course is definitely one who will develop into a fine young player. This tournament is really not a yardstick to measure, but the attitude must be in the right place.
Regis pushes this one to mid-wicket, his first delivery, and he also ambles a single, so he's off the mark. Yes, it's not the best tournament to measure, but again, you look at a player, look at how he outs, look at how he plays it. Sometimes what happens with him seemed not to be playing his natural game. Fletcher pushes this one on the offside. Quicker delivery from Etienne. That one hopes as we get deeper into the tournament that he will really come into his own and show some of the quality that we know that he has. It's 3 without loss in the first over, and this one he's looking to hit outside the off stump, and just seemed to probably come off the tie. The keeper didn't hold it cleanly. Ball given quite a bit of air. Fletcher looking to hit square. And this push to forward square leg, and they went through for a single. So the end of the first over, it's still 1 delivery to go. It's 4 without loss. Quiet start by Nutmeg Warriors. See on the offside, just the left-handed Regis plays this one there. Just a short fine leg. No run, and that completed the first over bowled by Ronald Etienne. He conceded 4 runs, and after 1 over, it's 4 without loss.
Yeah, a very good over by Etienne. He seems to be the man for the Clove Challengers. But just speaking about the T10 format, yes, it's not the best format for development, but the way the game has evolved, and all these versions are important. And I believe as a cricketer who's aspiring to be an international cricketer, you must adapt to these versions. You could probably see the ICC having a World T10. It's possible.
Yeah, you're certainly right. And just as there are different versions, and you have to adapt, be able to change your strategy, your technique to deal with. It's just like on the different surfaces. So you play on different surfaces around the world, and you have to adapt to the surfaces. This one is cut down to backward point for 4. Lovely shot by Fletcher. As he was on his back foot, really got into the right position and hit it smoothly down to backward point. The fielder on the boundary, Bishop on the cover boundary, really had no chance. And very good shot by Fletcher.
Yeah, short wide delivery, a new wide hard ball, and this is going to race off the bat of Fletcher. An easy run for Fletcher.
Gerald Noel, off spinner. Fletcher hits straight, and this going to go down to long on for 4. Just give him a little more air. And with all ease in the wall, he just hit it over long on for 4.
Yes, again, the experience of Fletcher. This one right in the slot and hitting straight. Never looked across. Hit the ball straight down, long off 4 runs.
You know, as we were saying, you could play normal cricket here and still score a lot of runs. As we see those 2 shots played by Fletcher. And he's hitting this one down to backward point, and that goes over backward point to away from the fielder on the cover boundary and goes for another 4. Again, given the room outside the off stump, really he was able to really throw the bat at it, and it flew over the backward point and went down to the boundary for another 4.
Yeah, not intelligent bowling there at all by Noel, giving Fletcher space to free his arms, and Fletcher really just helping himself to form one. You know, the caliber of the player that Fletcher is not going to miss out.
So he moves to Fletcher, moves to 14. It's 16. We are into the second over. Warriors need 79 for victory. Now what does Noel does? Now he comes around the wicket. Not delivering, but at 79 needed for victory. 16 without loss. 1.3 over bowl. Noel in his first over. So far gone for 12. And he's going to look to really try to end strong. Short third man, backward point, cover on the boundary. Cover and long off on the offside. As this one is wide of the off somewhere. Would be called wide as he came there and really pushed it wide. And Fletcher looking to attack, but allowed it to go through. 62 required from 51 deliveries. And this one beats the keeper. And let's see what the umpire going to signal. And another wide signal. Fletcher getting inside of, again, making preparation for the ball that is wide. And the umpire there signal wide as it just passed outside leg stump.
Yeah, Noel seems to have no plan. Really, Rafael, just looking to fire the ball in on leg stump, and this one going down leg side for wide.
So the left-handed Regis, Shondell Regis. And again, Regis going for the big drive, make no contact. Again, the off spinner, they're pitching off stump and going further away. It's 19 without loss. As we can hear from the stump mic, the captain Fletcher saying to Regis, bat normal, and really that's what is necessary.
Yeah, that's the best advice.
Keane Regis going for a big hit, and the ball just dropping in front of him. Maybe he didn't hear what was said.
It's probably his natural game.
I don't think so. His natural game, but this one is driven well past the mid off for 4. Full toss, and he came forward and stroked it, gave the right treatment. And you know there was nothing bad about this shot. He just played normal, came forward and took it on the full toss and hit it just past the mid off and down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, easy full toss on off stump, and the batsman Ridge is just lean into this one, stroke it nicely between extra cover and mid off, and 4 runs. The Nutmeg Warriors move on to 23 without loss.
Yeah, confident start. Just 2 overs being bowled. Small total. But as we sit and we look at the conditions, we look at the pitch and so forth, one could imagine batting. John, in your days, it certainly would have been a pleasure you batting all day. And as we continue to say, it's you can play normal cricket and score quite a lot of runs. But I think that the batsmen are rushing into shots too quickly. Even though you get a bad delivery, you find that they rushes into it, and as such, not having been in the right position,
Yeah,
will take advantage of the bad delivery.
yeah, definitely. We see a lot of shots being manufactured unnecessarily. Um, we see the first innings of Clove, a number of batsmen just gifting the wickets away, and it's just a matter of application. If you apply yourself properly, there's runs.
Yeah, and maybe as we looked at it, what do you think you will put it down to in terms of discussion as we come back to that? And again, Fletcher looking for the big drive and making no contact. Joseph, who has picked up the attack from this northern end. Again, good length delivery really was.
I think just by observing and stuff, I think the wrong approach has been adapted to the format. Yes, it's only 10 overs, but you still have 60 deliveries, and if you calculate, you must know where your scoring areas are, and how many overs that you could go hard and consolidate if you lose a few wickets, and there must be some sort of planning into this T10.
Joseph for this second delivery. Again, Fletcher comes off the edge, goes down to the boundary for 4. Keeper was not able to hold it. Again, looking for the big drive, the big shot on a pretty good length delivery that leave the right-handed batsman, and it took the edge. The keeper was not able to hold it and went down for 4 more.
Yeah, Fletcher looking to hit this one over mid-on, wide mid-on, and the outside edge flying where a second slip would have been. And the fielder that third man had no chance, down to the boundary for 4.
So it's 27 without loss. Fletcher moves to 18. Again, he's down and hit this one over cover. Lovely shot for 6. Yeah, this one, he really get into the right position and picked it up and really hit it over long off. And certainly very impressive shot.
Yeah, trademark shot. Andre Fletcher using his feet to the medium pace and hitting him over extra cover. Productive shot. It has always been a productive shot for Andre Fletcher, and on this occasion the results are the same. So 6 more to Fletcher.
Yeah, you've seen the competitive nature between both players. They all played for the same parish, local tournament, and Joseph, being the player he is, will want to get at Fletcher. Fletcher likewise. Let's see what happens with this delivery. Right to bowl him, right up. Bowl him, very good delivery. Again, Fletcher looking to drive. Had to come down. What a quick delivery also. And really get a better of Fletcher. And this delivery.
Yeah, this is what the franchise and this kind of tournament does. 2 players from the same parish playing against each other, and everybody is looking for bragging rights. And I think on this occasion, the bowler Joseph will go back to the parish and speak about how he clean up Andre Fletcher. But a good innings by Fletcher, 24, setting the tone for his team.
Yeah, good inning. But I just thought, I had discussion with him only in one of the games that they lost, that, I believe that when these players are in, they're supposed to just continue batting and go right through. That is probably one of the weaknesses I've seen in even some of the top players. When you get in, you have to go right through and take it right on to the end. they would have lost quite a number of the games in the first edition, the first set of games, and one could not understand when you look at the squad, the team, the makeup of the team itself. You know why it was happening, and I can remember having a discussion with him. You know, as a senior player, as a West Indies player, and playing franchise all over the world, and you come here, you want to take advantage of things. You know, you get a good start. There's no pressure on the team. Just continue to bat. I just think he probably was trying to do too much, and it really was necessary. And with having lost his wicket, 33 for 1, as the new batsman in Akim Alexis being also represented the Grenada on the 19 level. Short lifting, quick delivery bowler by Joseph. Certainly he's been encouraged by the picking of that wicket.
Yeah, definitely. That ball had some had some venom. That ball had some steam, and you know it went through quite nicely to the wicket keeper. Joseph was stockly built, and you know, and he has a lot of shoulder, and he puts a lot of shoulder into his deliveries.
So you got a ball again to the right-handed Alexis, pitch right up. Again, Alexis getting this one out to mid-wicket, and the ball going slowly. It gives him the opportunity to pick up his first run. And at the end of 3 overs, 34 for 1. Nutmeg Warriors need to get up to 79 for victory.
Yeah, a good start by Nutmeg Warriors after 3 overs, 34, losing the important wicket of Fletcher. But I think Nutmeg Warriors is going to, you know, overhaul his total pretty quickly.
Yeah, really it is no difficulty. As you said, nobody had to do anything exceptional. You can afford to play normally, and the run should come quite easily. It's 34 for 1. They're scoring at 11.33 over. So healthy scoring rate. As Thomas going to pick up the attack from the southern end, Casimir Thomas. And the wicket keeper standing up as off spin, and this Alexis is hitting this one just over the mid-off field, and it goes down to the boundary for 4. Using his feet slightly and just being able to get it over mid-off, and it went for 4.
Yeah, with the mid-off a normal, not on the boundary. This is a very good shot, just very low risk, just helping himself to 4.
Yeah, with the field being set, there's a long on the boundary, deep mid-wicket. We're still in a power play, so only 2 players out of the 30-yard circle. He's coming forward. A lot of appeal as that ball rolled out to T10 in the gully. Casimir Thomas. Nutmeg Warriors 38 for 1. So wide off the off stump, wide called and signal by umpire John Mark. Offside field. Another short delivery again. He's looking to cut and made no contact. And again, you see him play this shot. He pulled away and tried to cut it. You know, probably just needed to get on top of it and placed it. And he's swinging, but a safe shot as it goes over the backward point, goalie position, and goes down to the boundary for 4. So with the fielders in the circle, you could afford to take the chances so long the ball is pitched up. This is what Alexis did, and clear that man at short third man or goalie position.
Yeah, Alexis looking to hit that ball over mid-wicket, and the ball peeling on the outside edge and lobbing over short third man and down to the boundary for 4. So Alexis really chancing his hand there. We're still in the power play. 3 deliveries to go in the power play, so he has the luxury of clearing the infield.
43 for 1. See the long off, mid off is just being put to long off. And this one, he swing this one down to mid-wicket, straight to the mid-wicket fielder on the boundary. And Alexis goes cut of the bowling of Casimir Thomas. And Alexis just holding out on the boundary there.
Yeah, needless shot there by Alexis. After getting 8 runs in the over so far, there was no need for that. And just gifting the Clove challengers an easy wicket and 42 for 43 for 2. There was really no need for that shot.
Yeah, it goes back to the point that you were making, is that one is understanding the game, and maybe each player understanding their role, you know, at specific times of the game, what they're supposed to do. So you are right in terms of your planning and you understanding what you need to do. There's already 8 runs in the over.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, it's a small score. It's just 36 from 37. And you want to take those situations to bat.
And bat normal, and bat properly.
43 for 2. The off spin of Casimir Thomas. Weevil Benjamin. It's a new batsman. And he's looking to hit. He's hit on the pad. He's out. LBW. Again, the big shot again. As a ball giving some air. And he looking to lift it somewhere over the bowler head. Missed. And was hit in front. And as we look at the replay here, Benjamin looking very disappointed. Yeah, and hit on the back foot. I think it was a pretty good decision.
Yeah, I don't understand why the batsman Benjamin is not happy. Just look at the shot, first delivery, looking to hit over mid off, head in the air, and completely missed. And he's just putting his team under somewhat of a some more pressure.
Yeah, unnecessary pressure.
Unnecessary
really.
pressure, yeah.
Yeah, probably disappointed the fact that he played the shot. Maybe he's thinking that he got a bat onto it, but I think it was a very good decision. He was hit in front. And Nutmeg Warriors has lost their third wicket, 43 for 3 at the end of the power play, end of 4 overs.
Yeah. Nutmeg Warriors making heavy work out of 79.
Yeah, as you know, as we looked at as we looked at the all the wickets that has fell, really it is nothing about the bowlers, but really this outside of the good Yorker bowl by Joseph, and obviously Fletcher was on the attack. Really, it's down to the batsman playing bad shots. So we are into over number 5. It's 36 from 36. And Joseph wearing the number 17 shirt. And Joseph did create a big impact when he came onto Grenada team late and played in the Winners tournament in St. Vincent. Now burst of steam. Again, this one up. And the Regis looking to drive. So now we have a cover on the boundary, third man on the boundary, a long leg on the boundary, and mid-wicket on the boundary. Bishop, let's see if he's going to settle inside the circle. No, he also comes back to long off, not right back. Yes, he's going back. And Regis is swinging this one. The safe shot. The mid-wicket have to run back. And the batsman come through for 2 runs. 45. Again, looking for the big swing.
Yeah. I think if the fielder was a little more alert, that would have been an easy catch. Just running back, and the batsman just looking to go over mid-wicket. Ill advised.
Yeah. No need for it. I think the fielder felt, well, really the shot that he went for, it probably would have gone much further. And this again, he looking for the big hit, and not being able to make sort of contact that he need. But I certainly agree with you when you speak about, the whole question of understanding the game. Even though it's 10-10, it's not that you swing at everything. Players need to understand. Joseph pitched up, driven well down to long off. Bishop is in the way. It's the good work by Bishop. Just a little fumble, but really get the throwing back, and they complete a second run as it was not gathered cleanly by the keeper. 47 for 3. Regis on 9. He so far faced 9 deliveries. Just hit 1-4. Donald McDonald. Left-handed McDonald. Just slight change in the field. But really, John, really good conditions. Sun shining brightly. Short delivery again. McDonald looking to hit and really was out of position. And he really could have been hit there. Another quick delivery by Joseph.
Yeah, definitely. Regis would be advised, just to keep his eye on the deliveries. He don't want to injure himself. The way he played that short delivery was he's not in position.
Joseph, and this goes down the leg side, and let's see why it would be signal. Dayton Butler, the umpire. Again, Joseph really looking to develop some really speed, really running it really fast, hitting the pitch really hard.
Yes, Joseph working up some good steam there. The batsman really seems to be not getting behind the delivery. Crony, a lovely day in Grenada today.
Yes, certainly the last 2 days have been really good. This is again, let's see why. Let's see. Outside the off stump again, quick delivery right up, and we're just looking probably to hit straight down somewhere behind point, and made no contact. That complete over number 5. It's 48 for 3, and Joseph finishes his 2 overs, 1 for 16.
Yeah, halfway in the innings, 48 is even Stevens there. The Nutmeg Warriors making heavy work of this modest total by the Cloves, and they're not particularly batting sensibly.
Well, we have seen both teams batter today. I don't think that the first team, Clove Challengers, batted well, really. And, I think Nutmeg Warriors had a very good start. But again, we see some real indigenous shots played by the batsman.
Yeah, there's a saying, it's not how you start, but how you finish. And I see this game is going to be quite interesting, the remaining 5 overs.
So it will be very interesting. It's 48 for 3. We have 5 overs completed. Casimir Thomas. Down the leg side. Bad line. And batsman looking to swing it down leg side, made no contact. And this is beaten outside the off stump. McDonald looking to push it out on the offside. Thomas into a good spell in the second over. Again, this not getting hold on, even getting to the pitch of it, goes down to long on. And the amble, another single. 29 required from 28 deliveries. Thomas over 2 overs in the second over. 2 for 11. Yeah, the backward square now being pushed right back on the boundary. Etienne himself probably going to short fine leg or a leg gully position. Left-handed Regis. Wide call by the umpire. So the 50 is up. Again, this one is pushed to short toward my backward point, but there's enough time to pick up another single. And it certainly can be easily done. Just push the ball around, and the ones and the twos is 27 required from 27 deliveries.
Yeah, the runner ball from here should be quite easy.
And McDonald hit this one really hard down to cover, straight to the field on the cover boundary. But really stroked it very firmly. It really flew across the surface. And just this surface, really beautiful surface. The left-handed Regis comes back into strike, and again he's beaten there, not negotiating this one properly as he came forward and just seemed to under the bat and just bounced over the stump to the keeper. Quiet period as Casimir, and he's swinging this one. This one going to clear long on and goes over long on for 6. Give her a bit more air, and Regis really went into this one and swung it lustily over it long on.
Yes, this delivery had the width and the length for Regis to really get under, and hitting his ball way over long on for 6. The Nutmeg Warriors inching just closer to the total, just 89 to win.
Yeah, 59 for 3, so just 20 more needed in the next 4 overs. So really in a dominant position. You know, as we said, sometimes it make it look difficult. But Etienne going to come in for his second over. It's 59 for 3. Let's see. Pretty quiet period. Regis 16. McDonald on 2. Run rate 9.83. First delivery driven down to long off. Bishop's in the way. One more to McDonald. 60 for 3.
Let's go, Panko.
Regis is hitting this one. This one to clear the that long on mid-wicket straight and goes over the boundary for another 6. Again, giving some air and giving him the room to swing the bat, and he really swung lustily, and it went for another 6. So 66 for 3 as Regis quickly move on to 22. Push back on the onside, and the umbrella single. This one goes down to Bishop, who has to come off the boundary. 67 is 13 needed, 12 needed from 21 deliveries. Nutmeg Warriors really in full command of this encounter as McDonald faces Etienne, and he bowled him again. Big swing there by McDonald, really no need for it, hitting right across it, and it just crashed into the middle stump.
Yeah, a poor selection of shot there by McDonald, swinging head in the air and swinging all across the delivery and being bowled. And for the score is now, as we look at the the replay, head in the air Millstam gone. 67 for 4. Another poor selection of shot there.
Yeah, you're right. Really poor selection of shot. Again, it's thing, as I said before, is the thinking, is the understanding the way the game is. You only need 12 runs from 20 deliveries. And yeah, he was going for the big shot. And not only going for the big shot, but hitting across the line of the ball. 67 for 4. We in the 7th over. As Kishon Mitchell, another under 19 cricketer for Grenada. So some of these players really would have come through the system. Right-handed batsman. As for him, it's a short third man, a point, cover on the boundary, extra cover on the long off, long on, deep into the deep backward square, short finder. He hit on the pad coming forward. He's out leg before. Really has been beaten. Quicker delivery by ATN, and as he came forward, he was really beaten and hit in front. And he actually walked before the umpire put his hand up.
Yeah, a very adjacent decision there by umpire Dayton Butler. Ball just kissing the wicket and going straight onto middle stump and hitting the batsman plumb in front. The batsman had no idea, he couldn't negotiate that delivery. As we look at the monitor, the replay, oh yes, plumb in front.
Yeah, and it's 67 for 5, Nutmeg Warriors.
I reckon the Clove challengers must be pretty disappointed. They didn't add another 20 runs to the score. It would have been a different ball game now.
Well, I also think that Nutmeg Warriors felt that this is easy.
This is easy.
And probably you will take 4-5 overs to finish. But here they are 67 for 5.
That's right. Requiring 12 runs. It's going to be interesting.
Haston Jackson, that's the right-hand fast bowler, and he does strike the ball very a long way. ETN with his final delivery. This is a shorter ball, and he's looking to pull it, go down to short fine leg, and that completes the spell of Ronald ETN. 2 for 13 after 7 overs, 68 for 5.
Yeah, Roland Etienne, the captain of the Clove Challengers, really, it's all about him today. He batted beautifully and came in and bowled his 2 overs only for 13, and he's really leading by example.
Yes, he's that strong player, and here he also would have represented Grenada. I think he was part of the Stanford tournament, so he has played really at a high level, and is the sort of bowler that can keep things tight, use a lot of guile. Really, he's an intelligent cricketer, and we have seen it in the game that he's played, his batting and also his bowling. Unfortunately, they lost that super over with him bowling 2 overs for 26, which is really unlike him, but he's this sort of bowler that keeps things really tight. Jerron Noel had none for 19. He come in for his 2nd over. And he going to bowl to Jackson again. And they take a leg by as his ball go down the leg side. Wide will be signal. And this is the time you don't want to be bowling extras, but you want to really keep the pressure on. Jackson just came in, and you want to keep the pressure on. 70 for 5. Again, Jackson and Noel, Regis all play for the same team. So Regis. And this one is placing it down to long on. They're going to look for 2 runs there, and to really had to change their mind. Good work by Joseph, came in really quickly off the boundary.
Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys.
71 for 5. Hassan Jackson. Again, this one is played to mid-wicket. They hurry for 1, and they're going to come back for 2. Yes, get two runs. Jackson moved to 3. It's 73 for 5. And maybe John would have thought that, you could. Let's see. And this one is driven again down to long off. You're doing it in singles. There's no rush. Just 6-5 required. 74 for 5. So Nutmeg Warriors would pick up 2 points in this game. Noel goes around the wicket to the left-handed Regis, and this one goes through outside the off stump. Again, just one feeler outside the circle. The cover on the boundary, and also there's a long off on the offside. Big gap. A lot of space on the leg side. Just 5 required. This one is stroked to mid wicket, and they go hustle for 2. Just a slip in there. Jackson just losing the bat, and they probably did the right thing in changing their minds. As we see, the teams just doing a little warm-up for a second encounter for today. Gerard Noel comes over the wicket to bowl to Jackson. Jackson stroked this one down to long off. And it seems very clear, John, that they're going to push it around just to get to that 79 for victory.
Yeah, I think that's a smart thing to do. There's 3 runs required from 12 balls.
Yeah, but certainly would have lost too many wickets to get up to the score.
Too many wickets. You're right about that, really.
So Noel finishes second over at none for 27. It's 76 for 5. Jackson not out 5. Sean Regis not out 25. Again, playing a good hand, Regis. And he continued to be quite an important player for the Nutmeg Warriors, together with Fletcher. The last wicket to go in was Keishan Mitchell at 67. He went without scoring. And the bowler Dennis Narayan, left arm spinner, also another under 19 cricketer. Does quite a bit of coaching here. Tossed up again. Batsman looking to drive. Jackson. Narayan, left arm over. Just down the leg side, white ball call. 77 for 5, 8.1 over. Just 2 required, 11 deliveries. As Narayan. And short again down the leg side. And we seem as though we're probably going to finish. We are going to finish with extras. 2 wides, bowling this over. And this one push to mid wicket, and the Ambler single. And the Nutmeg Warriors 79 as they complete a comfortable victory, defeating Clove Challengers by some 5 wickets.
Yeah, a disappointing outing by the Clove Challengers, and I'm sure Coach Tellisford and manager Richardson will be, really not happy with the outing. The 4 matches the Clove have played, and they have lost all 4 matches, and today was no exception. They didn't bat well enough. They gifted the wickets away too easily, and the Nutmeg Warriors making light work of despite losing 5 wickets of the challenge of 79. So a good victory by the Nutmeg Warriors, collecting 2 points. as we go, deeper into the tournament.
Yes, really, Nutmeg Warriors would be pleased with that victory. It's a team. It's one of the teams to look at. The winners of the first edition, and certainly they would want to keep a good and clean record. They lost the Saffron Strikers in the Super Over, and they obviously want to bounce back and bounce once hard. They did well in limiting Clove challengers to 78 in their 10 overs, but certainly with the batting, I don't think they'll be too happy with the way that they would have batted. To get up to that 79, I thought that they really made it look difficult. As we look at the shot, I would think that they will go back and probably relook all what was done, in the assessment about what went on, and probably see where they would have done wrong. But Fletcher, I don't think he will be too happy with the struggle just to get up to that 79 for victory.
Yeah, I think Andre Fletcher, Coach Junior Murray would probably just have a quiet word with his batsmen. There was very little challenge today to overhaul that total of 78 runs, and some post shot selection. Losing 5 wickets was unnecessary.
Yeah, Fletcher was bowled by Joseph for 24, Regis not out 25. Again, played a good hand, opened the batting. Alexis caught by Ned Bull Thomas for 9. Benjamin, LBW Thomas no score. McDonald bowled by 18 for 3. Mitchell LBW 18 no score. Jackson not out 6. They score 79 for 5. And Nutmeg Warriors again picking up 2 points, and really still should give them the sort of confidence going forward as we get deeper into the tournament. So I do think that we have Kerry on the ground with the man of the match, and they certainly will present the man of the match with this trophy. So this over to you, Kerry.
All right, thank you very much, Rafael. We have here the man of the match presentation. We're going to ask the manager of Saffron Strikers, Keith Gibbs, to hand the prize over to Andre Fletcher. All right, thank you very much. Andre, just to have a few words with you. Another comprehensive victory for you guys. The Nutmeg Warriors seems to be hitting the right strides.
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy for the win. As I told the guys this morning, we have to bounce back from the loss, and it's good that we had a break yesterday where we can rethink and come back with a better plan, and I'm hoping that we can continue from strength to strength.
You first time bowling in the tournament. Was it inspired by Imran Joseph in any means?
Not really. As you know, Qatar is not playing, so I take up the opportunity to fill in that 2 overs for the team. I'm happy that I did well. Hopefully I can continue, and if I could get Qatar back as soon as possible, it will be great also.
All right, well, Andre, congratulations for your personal performance, and congratulations to the Nutmeg Warriors.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, that was the man of the match and captain of Nutmeg Warriors, Andre Fletcher.
Thanks, Kerry. So we have Ford Fletcher, and as I said, John, that I give them time to rethink in terms of what happened in the last match, and one thing that they probably going to do the same thing after this game.
Yeah, I think both camps definitely going to have some form of reflection. Of obviously the Clove have a little more reflection to do. Nutmeg Warriors as they move in further into the tournament. I'm sure that Coach Junior Murray, Andre Fletcher, will just have a word with the batsmen, especially to just talk about it a little bit in terms of going forward.
So we have just completed game number 10, the second edition of Dream 11 Spice T10 tournament. The first game for today, Nutmeg Warriors, they defeated Clove Challengers by 5 wickets. Clove Challengers in 9.1 over 78 all out. ATN top score with 28. 2 for 15 Jackson, 2 for 14 Fletcher. Nutmeg Warriors, we replied with 79 for 5. Andre Fletcher 24 and Sean Elridge 25 not out. Nutmeg Warriors won by 5 wickets. We are going to take a break now, and we will be back with you probably in the next hour, next 50 minutes or so, for the second game for the day. And this second game for the day would be Saffron Strikers. They come up against Bailey Blasters, and that game would start about 2:30. So hope that you'll join us then.
Live from the stadium that delivered that memorable and emphatic win to the West Indies, Grenada, comes the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 2.0 cricket competition. 30 matches, 14 days of exciting T10 cricket action. 6 teams, only one will be champions. See the likes of the Spiceman, Andre Fletcher, Devon Smith, international players Kesrick Williams, Alec Atenes, and more. Support your team. Love the game. Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 2.0 cricket competition, April 5th to the 18th, Grenada National Stadium. Pure Spice of the Caribbean.
The biggest and safest summer festival in the region, August 8th and 9th. Let's go to Grenada for Spice Mass. Call your booking agents and get your tickets today.
Energy. The world runs on it every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Seoul.
Hi.
Hi.
And when we put the best of the Caribbean together with the energy we harness, everything runs so much smoother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting people.
Happy birthday, Dad.
So, wherever your journey begins.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.